loud. Whew, that's loud. Alright, so welcome to Legend of Heroes Trail in the Sky. I've decided to take the plunge into this series. There's a ton of these games, and I don't have any idea what to expect, but I hear it's amazing, and I need an itch scratched. My JRPG itch, so it was between this or Tales of Vesperia. I've decided on this Legend of Heroes series, so we'll see how I like it, and if every game is really good, then I'll just keep going through the series. If I don't like it, then this might be a one and done. Let's see if the controller works. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't work. Plug that back in. No? Alright. So we're not gonna be able to use a controller, even though I wanted to. So we're gonna try this with keyboard and mouse. I hear it's optimized. I fixed everything in the background, so let's start this. I'm gonna just do normal. Because I'm not looking for a challenge, I'm looking for a good story more so than anything else. So let's see what we're looking at. I don't know if I should read. So before we continue, I think I'm going to try this episode as a reading episode and see how I feel about it, and if I like it, I'll keep going. Daddy's really late. He even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Shira's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Estelle. Oh. How do I pick? Oh, ha, it's not a picture. Man's voice. Hey, I'm home. Daddy. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Giggle. Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope. I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I bought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole, sneakers, something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come have a look? Boy. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who's this kid anyway? Why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy? Where have you been picking up all these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake. That girl's gonna get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I don't even know his name. You mean Bracer Business? Something like that. Oh, look. He's waking up. Wow, his eyes are really the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Don't you have any idea who you're getting yourself involved in? I'm sorry. What you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! Oh, Jesus. I wasn't expecting that. you're, you're, you're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it... Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub... Ow. Quit yelling. Alright. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear Yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know? That thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it'd be unfair and impolite to not tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... What? Oh, it's just like cold steel. So you're Estelle. Boy with no name. Cassius is the father. Cassius? It froze. And now it's catching up. Okay. That's a cool introduction. I like the music. Ugh. It's so bright in here. Hmm. Man, I slept like a rock. That must be it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means oh my God. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Joshua! Ah, I guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. Hope I didn't wake you. No, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, even though the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. What's with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber? What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Tisk, tisk, tisk. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try to sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs, too, of course, but this one is my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think a harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talking about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe it when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Morning, Dad. What? Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Cassius, why don't you both of you hurry down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Why is he calling him Dad? Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, I'm stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. There'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. Once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore, either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard on your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you, too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what? Test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered skills we've been learning and training. Don't you remember Shira saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. Honestly, I don't know how you've survived this long still. Your brain is like a sieve. Popeye said, how could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one who raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, you two, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, anyhow. Shira's gonna be waiting for us there. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about ruin-style scalloped fish and a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cookie skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right. I just want to see what kind of reaction I can get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and an omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude. But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. You're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of Liberal News from the General Goods Store. And money. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Why does he call him Dad? Work hard and give Sherazard my regards. Oh, okay, so this is like a point and clicky game. Oh, can I talk to you? How do you do that? How do you do that? Oh, right click. By the way, Dad, is it going to be alright if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there for a couple of days now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But don't worry. I'm carrying a big enough workload at the guild. It's not like these to fire me for anytime soon. That's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth. How about yourself? Shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? Sherazard is waiting, right? Okay. So I know... Oh. So, can I talk to my partner? Can I talk to him like this? Can I open the inventory? How do I... Oh, that's the camera. Map. Wow, that's a big map. Camp. Oh, camp. Options. So what happens if I do free rotation? Alright, so wait a minute. Status. Oh. Okay, so right click goes back, left click goes forward. Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. But he's not bright. He's an orphan or something. Oh, okay, so scroll makes things funny. Alright, so I played the demo. Oh, wait. This seems really loud still. Okay, so I played the demo of Cold Steel. So this is all very familiar, sort of. Different, but similar. The premise is still the same. These orbs connect to these things. Items. The map. Oh yeah, I got that already. Options, tactics, and then I can set up where they're standing. But I'm gonna just keep them there. If I need to change it, I'll change it. Character position, battle position, set S break. Okay. Save. Oh yes. Make 2 saves because we never know when you need an extra save. Alright, so I don't have any equipment, no status issues. What? I've been playing for 21 minutes? I haven't done a thing. Oh, what's that? Oh. Oh. No, can't open it. Stuck it. I see. I wonder why they can't talk to each other. I feel like they should be able to talk to each other. West Bright House. Rollant 49 slug. The gates are like... I'm the guy? Is that me? I'm so confused. Right house. Oh, I'm right here. Okay. I wish I could like zoom into the map. Alright, so I'm right there. I can go, oh, and this is, no. These are just main cities. Well, if I had to guess, I'm gonna go north. Alright. This is a long game, so we're just gonna mosey right along here. City of Rollant. Looks like we're gonna be a good time. Not too early, not too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so why not? I don't know why you expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through the last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracer Guild over there then. Oh, 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 oh. Well, look at the cat dragged in. This is guys, Fate, Estelle, and Joshua. How have you been? Good, Mr. Fate. Good morning, Mr. Fate. Good morning, sir. How's your father, Cassius? He's doing well? Yep, he's doing well. It might even surprise you. I don't think anyone else his age who's in such good shape. Ha, is that so? My daughter really wanted to see him, but he hasn't shown his face around here in a while. Could you give him a message for me? Tom Fate says he'd like to talk about the old days sometimes. Sure, we'll tell him. Hey, Joshua. How does Mr. Fate know my dad so well again? I know they're friends and all, but I've heard they were battle buddies during their old days in the army. Oh yeah, that's right. Please tell your father to stop by again sometime. I really talk to him about the good old days. Okay, you're done talking. The weather's so wonderful and revitalizing today. I have this strange feeling that something good is going to happen. Wait. Okay. Talk twice. If there's nothing happens after 2 talks, then we're going to continue. feel like they're... Well, I guess there's really nothing to find here except just to explore stuff. Ooh. My husband works in Malaga mine north of here. He left here at the crack of dawn. Sometimes he doesn't even come home for days on end. I hope he doesn't get burned out from working so much. I'm always worried about that. Okay. My daddy's digging... Oops. He finds lots of pretty rocks inside. He says they're called septium. So I'm just digging holes. Yes, it is. Ah, that girl is so cute. I've got to be courageous to try to talk to her. Who? Who are you looking at? I don't see you looking at anybody. Oh. Oh, okay. I follow. Ooh, I'm at his door. Hey, I'm still setting up shop. Estelle and Joshua, you seem to be here rather early. Good morning, Mr. Melders. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you fixing that ornament light the other day. Speaking of ornament lights, isn't the one outside our house burnt out? We should get that replaced ASAP. Ornaments are a daily life necessity, aren't they? When I was a lad, there weren't many of these ornament things. Now we can get fire and light with a mere flip of a switch, and even ships fly into the skies. I don't like it. Don't you kids think there are way too many convenient things these days? Oh crap, there he goes again about the old days. Yeah, well, if you just learned to shut your big trap. When I was young, I made things a really reality through hard work and sweat. Sweat, I tell you. It would be nice if young kids these days knew the meaning of the phrase hard work. Ha 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 ha, you're probably right. Ornaments are convenient for you. Okay. You hear me, Estelle? Don't forget what it means to stand on your own 2 feet. I can't talk to you. Hey, if it isn't Joshua and Estelle. How are the ornaments working out for you? We tuned the other time we were here. In your case, Estelle, it's not whether the ornament is good or bad. The problem lies the way you use it. You're always jumping into things without second thought, and you end up being slow to learn. If you just start thinking before you start swinging, then you would learn twice as much. Well, excuse me for sucking. There, no need to get upset. Everyone has problems when they first start out. If you can get the hang of things, you'll gradually be able to handle them better. That's right. I'm going to master this as quick as I can and surpass even Joshua. Yeah, whatever. When I first entered the Zeiss Central Factory, I pretty much couldn't use one of those things either. Even you couldn't use one, Freddy? Yeah, but I still became an engineer even if I can't use one. But since you're aiming to become a bracer, you'll have to learn how. Ugh. Oh. Everyone has a bit of trouble getting the hang of battle arms from the start. If you get the hang of things, eventually you'll be able to handle them better, Estelle. Oh. I was like, what am I looking at? I have 0 of all these things. I wonder if this is like joint quartz. I don't have anything. Okay. We're out of here. General goods. Good morning, Ronan. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable. You've already forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad, right? Ah, yes, of course. Haha, you've been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid the new Stregas aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the Liberal, though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. The 2 of you are going to bracers, aren't you? I'm jealous. I want to be a bracer when I was a kid, too. You probably say that every boy in Liberal wants to... Liberal wants to be a bracer at least once in their lives. Except that this one's a girl. Why do you have to make such a big deal out of things, Joshua? There are other female bracers like Shira, too. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Well, hang in there and study hard. When I get copies of Liberal News, I'll set one aside for you. Okay. Shop. What do you sell? You sell a bunch of stuff that does stuff. And you convert stuff. Interesting. Hey, his wife is upstairs. Good morning, you're so crisp and fresh. Must see, but it's about time I water my lovely flowers. Yeah, go water your flowers. What's happening up here? Nothing. The flowers look fine. See, the thing about games like this, they start all so peaceful. And then all of a sudden, somebody attacks and everything's destroyed. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Did you two really become bracers? What? How did you know? Because I'm working in that's because working in the media is my future goal. I'm going to join the Liberal News Service and work hard as a reporter. Don't take my information lightly either. Oh, sure thing. My gut feeling says the two of you are going to be in the tabloids. Yeah, well, thanks. It isn't romantic that you two are lovers or bracers who stand out for justice. I have this feeling that a juicy drama is about to unfold. Lovers? Joshua and I are lovers for family. You really don't understand anything, Estelle. Joshua is adopted and things could go either way in the future, right? Plus, leaving it at that would surely please readers. Anyway, I'm looking forward to both of you in more ways than one. The two valiant bracers who had each other's backs attempted to escape the Christ from the crisis. Love could definitely grow between them from that point. This is so riveting. It's almost time to start training. Let's head over to the guild house. Oh, alright. Yeah, I wasn't trying to leave. I was trying to walk this way. Cough, cough. Unbelievable. My husband knocked over his bookshelves again. The room is so dusty, I can't go inside. Oh, really? That doesn't look so bad. Glory to the Kingdom Compendium Ornament Technology. Guide to the Roland region, the Septian Church, and the Bracer Guild. I wonder where that book I just bought the other day went. It looks like I'm going to have to put these books in order. And what do we have here? The Joy of Cooking Monsters. Did I really just buy this? Huh. I feel like... maybe not. I already did that. Okay. You're making me like this town. Oh God, there's so many people. I could talk to everyone. Oh, let's start up and go my way down. Let's see, yesterday's sales totaled. Our breakfast service has been doing really well. Sometimes my husband comes up with good ideas. Alright, you're just telling me that your business is going well. Simon, listen to me and listen well. Right now is the time for us to purchase lumber and septium. Ignoring the potential risk, I'm going to buy as much as I can with the budget. Yes, I've already made arrangements regarding the line lumber. I'm looking into the septium right now. My aim is to capitalize on the Queen's birthday celebration. I believe the prices of goods will rise before and after the festival. It would be in the best to stock up on these commodities while they're cheap and put them into the market later. I've already made arrangements regarding lumber and I'm looking in the septium right now. Oh, I thought this was like a back and forth. Welcome. Oh, it's still in Joshua. It's been a while, hasn't it, Alyssa? Isn't there something going on today? Light bulb. Could it be? You're on a date together? Yeah, right. We're actually on our way to brace training now. Oh, is that all? Everyone from Southern School seems to have set it on a career goal and is working hard to achieve it. As expected, you're a bit different than everyone else, though. What? Is there something wrong with that? No, not at all. I just thought it's very like you to pick the unusual route, that's all. Oh, that's right. Tio decided she was going to help out the parents' farm. She even said for us to all go up and visit her sometime. So that's what Tio decided, huh? Okay. Crunch, crunch, snack, start, crunch, chirp, chirp. Crunch, munch, munch, gulp. I get hungry when I work in the mines. Chomp chomp, munch munch, gulp. Wholesome pasta. I started working here because the owner said he'd let me manage the bar. After they started in the morning lunch service, however, I've been more of a waiter than anything else. Sucks to be you, dude. Alright, let's go over here. Yo, it's Phil and Joshua. Aren't you a pair of early birds today? Good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Denzi. In response to a request of my customers, I started offering breakfast. Today's special is wholesome pasta. It's superbly al dente. Alright. Well, I don't want to waste the money that I have, so we're gonna... Wait a minute. Oh no, I talked to everybody here. Okay. Can I see like a map of like... I wish I could like... see a map of where I'm actually at. I mean, I guess I got the mini map, but... Oh! There is a map. So I've been here, been there, been there, been there, been there. Where's the guild? One of these buildings is the guild. There's a ladder, there's an observation deck. What's wrong, Estelle? Something on your mind? It's nothing really. We climb to the observation deck. Sure, I guess. Okay. Hi, Mr. Paddington. I know that voice from somewhere. Oh ho. Well, what have we got here? Cassius, naughty daughter and clever son. Just when I thought you hadn't been around in a while, you show up all grown. Are you here every day, Mr. Paddington? This place has become somewhat of a new home for me. I intend to spend the remainder of my days guarding this clock. Okay. Oh yeah, duh, spin the camera. If you want to go with me, you'll have to catch me first. I'm on my way to the Mist World South here for work. There's merchant boats who came here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready for food. Okay. That's the guild. Good morning, you kids. Good morning, Miss Elgar. Good morning, sir. Well, you're up rather early, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong today, but it's the last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember saying something about the last time I had you run the store. Yes, that's what's right. I see. Well, I'm sure you do just fine, Joshua. Now, Estelle, on the other hand, I've got a good reason to worry. She's always been a bit scatterbrained ever since she was a child. Probably all the knocks she took to the head playing with all the boys. Really? So I guess that scatterbrain trait isn't something new, huh? I'll give you two a head injury if you don't shut up. And don't call me scatterbrained. Okay, you two, let's not fight now. And should you be getting over to the guild? I will be, as soon as I talk to you again. It seems like yesterday Estelle was cleaning over Cassius, and now she's a bracer. Looks like I'm getting old. You don't got anything interesting to buy right now. Oh! Good morning, Stella. Oh, why, Mel? Oh my, well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. Are you getting ready to bracer training? Yeah, just you watch. I'm going to pass this exam and be as good as a bracer as Shira, too. You're darn right you are. I have faith in you. By the way, Estelle, what? Why are you looking at me like that? Did you wash your face? How about your teeth? Did you brush them, too? Joshua is so fastidious, but you always forget to take care of yourself. Come on, that was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, right, Joshua? Now that you mention it, you did take off from home the other day with your hair and all kinds of mess, right? That was only because it was an emergency. Mr. Rhiannon got the newest Trigger brand sneakers on that day, and Estelle. Yes. Listen to me very carefully. For your age, you need to take care of these things. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust, or even if you're a bracer. Excuse me. Appearance is a reflection of what's inside. Alright. I'll be more careful from now on. Well, now that's that. How about both of you get over to the guild? Man, you just can't argue with her. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like a bracer. Your appearance is a reflection of what's on the inside. Yes! I'll remember. It just seems I have no control over how I look. Hey, this person over here. Oh, it's Dylan Joshua. Good morning, Uni. Aren't Luke and Pat with you today? They were just here a minute ago. The two of them suddenly took off and went somewhere. Wonder where Luke and Pat went. They're by the square, running around in circles. Oh, there's a gate. I have a feeling I'm going to sneak out there. Typical anime tropes. Alright, so the guild is there. So what's this over here? Hotel. Fancy. Welcome to Holloway. Are you here to spend the night? Vern, it's us, don't you remember? Haha, I know, I was just joking, Estelle. I was practicing my Greek just now. Oh, really? Did you ever notice that Vern treats people with a straight face while being courteous at the same time? That's probably because you can. No, don't spend money on that. You know what, Estelle, if you pass your exam, you'll be able to the second female bracer here in Roland after Sherazade. Oh, and good luck to you too, Joshua. Doesn't like Joshua much. Can I? Employee room only. I see. Oh, I can't use the camera twist in here. So you can't tell if there's someone back there. I'm guessing this is not that game to like grab stuff from people's rooms, like Pokemon. So camp is the menu. I've been playing for 43 minutes. I like this. This tells me how long I've been playing, which means I can keep track without having to keep track. That's going to leave town, so we can't do that. That's going to leave town, so we can't do that. I already went to the cafe. Ooh. Alright, so I think I've been everywhere. Oh, except the mayor's house. Yeah. Oh no, this is the chapel. Wait a minute. Well, never mind. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. My, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, good morning. Where are you off to this morning? It must be tough waking up so early. We're off to... Oh, that was more of that. It's been a while since I saw the both of you. I'm impressed to see you visit the chapel so early in the morning. Good morning, Father Divine. Good morning. We're habitually late and played hooky more than a few times during your Sunday school days, Estelle. So have you changed your attitude since you graduated? A bit, I guess. Looks like there's a little time before morning mass begins. How about you both give you a special sermon? No thanks. Why am I getting thrown into the mix here? Okay. It's almost time for mass. My line is already here, so I best hurry along. Okay, none. Doop. Oh. Very nice. Seems like a nice little church. It's a door. No. Wait a minute. I could have swore it said Mayor's house on the map here. Oh, this is the mayor's house. Wow. The mayor is hooked up. What is going on here? This is the mayor's house? I could rotate the camera. It's so freaking fancy over here. Alright, mayor. We got a maid? I'm busy. This mansion is quite big. I've got serving, cleaning, and washing to do. Mornings are so busy for a maid. Today's objective: to finish cleaning before the missus returns from the chapel. Okay. It's just items to grab. I'll never know. Like this safe. Oh my good morning to Estelle and Joshua. Oh, this guy's got a face. Good morning, Mayor Claus. Good morning. I've been hearing great things about the both of you. So you're undergoing bracer training, are you? Having such young sign up all by themselves, becoming bracers to protect everyone is inspiring. I expect great things of you. We'll do our best. Oh, okay, I said that already. Go back in. Oops. Oh, there's gotta be a button for this. Is there a button for this? The keyboard buttons don't do anything. Oh, wait. I could turn the camera with Z and X. And C? V opens up the map. And M opens up the regular map. Wait, what did I just press? Oh. I can hold shift and see stuff. Cool. Camp. It's weird. Camp doesn't have a hotkey that you would think it would be C. So let's go to save. How long have we been playing? $47 minutes. Alright, we'll try to see if I can get the guild chats. So I feel like it's going to take a while. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Ina. Morning. Is Sherry here already? Yeah, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally recognize as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, she's Shira. The Star, the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, the Last Will, Inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a good competition. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shira. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this rare occasion for both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm. But it's going to be hard work for you today in every way I can think of. Make sure the high spirit attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel my enthusiasm already dropping. Quiet you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. Training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Wow, Joshua, she was picking on me. Don't worry, Shira. Well, Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework. Ashley is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice eventually, probably. I guess that's not much I can do now except to hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all of your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shira, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading on what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think we should start your final training. Ooh, is it going to be combat? I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in the previous training. This is minimum level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay close, especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Oh, God. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or process septum installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and every other day products such as weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection to this technological reform is commonly known as orbital revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. Bracers Guild, which is established branches across the continent, manage the affairs of the Bracers in each region. So they're like the police. The Liberal Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits the western half of the Xeronian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. The Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence as it's contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by a Bronian empire, it was the use of the orbital power airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political fitness, Liberal enjoys peace. Okay. Let's see, we've got a mountain of stuff to do today. I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shira, how's today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So you're saying there won't be any studying, like at the desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you have to go out, make a physical effort to accomplish your task. Make sure you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do, so if I had to sit another day at my tush parked at the desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking. First objective, shall we? Let's have at it. First objective will be to confirm the details of the job you'll be performing. Before that, there is something else that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Brace your notebook. Brace your notebook serves as an official way to record status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may want to find and where, all these trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, write it down always. Understood. Crap, that sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me my ears aren't playing tricks with me, because I swear I only heard one response. Sure, there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright, then, let's begin. Look over the door and see what the situation bulletin standing there. First, I want you to go check the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, an exclamation point, okay. And just read that you're going there for your training. I wasn't leaving. I was going to the board. Training retrieval. Term long. Sherazard, 500. Direct quest. This training will search the sewers, bring these rolling, and bring back the contents of a chest. Okay. Can I take it? Very good. Looks like you went to see what's supposed to without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions of bracers for their jobs. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there's a lot of rules to follow, but it's equal level responsibility in the job themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Hi, is that so? Ha! Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melville's oral factory and learning how to use his services. He's graciously taking the time out of his work schedule to explain things to make sure you're in your best behavior. Okay. Here's where you'll learn how to use the Orbital Factory services. At Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbits and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and as mastered can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-time standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the experts, so Mr. Meldridge, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here... No problem, leave everything to me. So what is it you'd like to learn about? Oh my Jesus. This is a lot. Orbiments. Orbiments are mechanical devices that exhibit an array of effects to the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, it means that lights, air suspended, and so on are also types of orbiments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbiments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since the orbiment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for the devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which the way they connect vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but other slots must be open in the orbital factory like this. It takes a fair amount of steps too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see the max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening as soon as possible. Okay. So what would you like to know about? Simply put, the orb or arts can be discharged exclusively through the use of metal elements. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by controlling orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to use them, you have to find the corresponding quartz that must be first synthesized in an orbital factory. Orbiments are also set up once a particular quartz is installed, that slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want water arts, all you have to do is install a quartz with a water element value. In reality, orbiments are much more complex than what I've described, but I think this is the information will suffice for now. Okay. Quartz are circuits made from Cephid. Quartz have a vast number of effects, raise their owner's abilities, while simultaneously make it possible to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until the quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are fixed slots which only certain types of elemental quartz can be installed. That being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your orbiment and decide whether you will be installing it ahead of time. Okay. So for fragment substances which are dropped by monsters, they are divided into 7 types. Oh boy. Several can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at the orbital factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbiment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. Nothing. I got it all. Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. So if there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use services here. For that, you're going to need some sacrifice. Thank you. You should be able to synthesize a few quartz. And first we'll make an element that works with each of your particular orbiments. in your case, still any elemental quartz, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time element quartz. Normally, at a shop, you would be able to exchange the Zephyr for Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use the service. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. We can buy one of each. I probably shouldn't, but we're gonna do it. Okay. Alright. I think this is a good spot to stop. So, we're going to continue this in the next episode. Hopefully it starts me right here. Thanks for joining.